Hi there. This is Aurelia from the product team at Jane. And today I will show you how to set up a package offer in your Jane account. A full access user will be able to set up a new package under the settings tab at the top blue bar and then look for the packages option on the left. From here, one can either click the blue view button to edit an existing package, or we can go ahead up to the top and create a new package. So the first thing we'll want to do is name our package. Let's go ahead and do that now. It might be helpful to include the number of sessions that are included in this package just for your own reference as well as for patients. Next, you'll want to specify the total value of the package deal that the patient will be paying upfront. So there's a couple of different popular ways to set up a package. The first option is to set up the package where the full amount is collected upfront from the patient. And then each time they come in for their session, they won't be required to pay anything additional. So this is sort of the upfront method. Alternatively, you can also sell a package so that patients will pay as they come in. And in this case, you may not wish to charge them anything upfront, but then bill them for a discounted rate for the individual appointments as they come in. So both options have slightly different receipt preferences, and we do have a separate guide for that if you're interested. For the time being, I'm just going to go ahead and specify the amount to be $500 here. And you'll be able to specify as well any tax preferences that you may want to include in the price. When invoicing this package, you may want this income to show up under a certain category. So we can go ahead and select one from our available options. Under the usage and eligibility section, you'll be able to indicate when the package expires. In our case, let's just choose 6 months. And then we will also be able to specify a quantity. So this is the number of uses that the package is good for. So in our case, we've said that it's 10 uses. So we'll go ahead and select that from the dropdown. Finally, we can let Jane know which sessions are actually valid in combination with this package. So let's go ahead and select a few from our available options that we've set up in our treatment and classes area. So for our wellness package here, let's choose a few different things. Maybe an acupuncture follow-up as well as a naturopathic follow-up and a subsequent visit. Of course, you can set this to any combination of treatments that you have available in your account. You may just want this package to be good for one type of appointment, or maybe it's the same type of appointment, but different staff members offer them and you have them set up individually in your account. Once you're happy with the selections, you'll be able to specify a patient pays value. I like to think of this value as what Jane is going to override the actual appointment to at the time of checkout for each session. So as mentioned earlier, we're collecting $500 upfront from the patient. And then when they actually come in for their sessions, we don't want to charge them anything extra. So by default, this is set to 0, and I'm happy with the way this looks. Alternatively, you may wish to instead charge $0 upfront and then change the patient pays to a discounted rate instead, which Jane will override as the client comes in for their session. Jane will also list the treatment price, the original treatment price here for your reference. So we're essentially offering a $10 discount for each of these appointments. Finally, for the staff compensation section, Jane will by default set this to also match the treatment price that's listed here. One way to think of this setting is when using Jane's compensation report, each staff member is set on a particular commission schedule. So maybe for treatment income, they get 80% of the revenue. What we have to do is let Jane know what 100% revenue looks like in this case. More often than not, it's just going to be the exact same as the original treatment price. So if a patient comes in and uses their package to cover the cost of a acupuncture appointment in this case, we want to pay them out based on a $60 revenue being the 100% value. Now, your clinic instead may want to pay out the practitioner based on the after discount value. So in this case, for example, each session is, we only collect the equivalent of $50 per patient. So instead, you may want to lower this rate a little bit so that the math works out properly. This is a flexible box, so you can change this to any value that you'd like. Once you're all happy with your settings here, we can go ahead and create the package. Oops. And there you go. And then this will be added to your list here. And then now this package will be available to start selling to your clients, as well as redeeming towards existing sessions that you have booked in the schedule. I hope this is helpful, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at support@janeapp.com, and we'd be happy to guide you in the right direction.